Okay. The first part of it that I'm going to start with is the ABCs. And the first book that I have is Snoopy's ABCs. And it has the original Peanuts character that was drawn by Charles M. Schulz. The text was written by Nancy Hall, and the background illustration, so everything but Peanuts, was illustrated by Kim Ellis. So the purpose of this is to be able to have younger kids, because this is a toddler book, be able to have words to associate with specific letters. Like, for instance, here it says A is for angry, and so on and so forth throughout the whole alphabet. The connection to the areas is, this is very much like a speech and language, so that they're able to have those connections. And it's also cognitive, because they're trying to make those connections between the words that start with A or throughout the whole alphabet. The literary element for this, I feel like it's very much imagery, because like it uses very like stronger words like angry, and it has artist and armor. It gives you three different words for each letter. So A, angry, artist, armor. So it gives you a couple words per each letter. It's very much, like I said, imagery, where it's like dirty, the desert is dry, so it's not as much as imagery as we as college students would see, but it is very much meant for younger children. The next book is the ABC's Letters in the Library. And it is written by, I can't even see it, Bonnie Farmer, and it was illustrated by Chum McLeod. And throughout the whole thing, it's very colorful, first of all, without being too much. And I feel like it's more of like a alliteration, where it's like you find a bunch of letters that like all go together. So it's like the A says aisles of authors are arranged alphabetically. So it's like the first word of a 6-word sentence start with the same letter. So eventually it could end up being a tongue twister, especially for younger children, like this book is meant for. For this, I definitely feel like, since it's so much of an alliteration, that it definitely has something to do with speech and language. Maybe not like everything to do with speech and language, but it's also very much a cognitive book, so they have to think about like even slowing down. Like they have to almost have that like mentality to be able to slow down and read the words instead of like skipping over, because I know that if I were to even read it very fast, it would like it would make stuff much harder for me to even read all of the words. And then the last one for the alphabets is, I love the alphabet, very much colorful, has the whole alphabet inside, even though you can't see all of it, it's there. The author is Dar Hosta, right there. And I think it's illustrated by them also. The developmental area that I believe this one is also speech and language, because it, like, the alphabet, you learn the alphabet before you start being able to spell out words and have all of those words be able to be stored in your brain. It's also a cognitive because, once again, they're learning the alphabet, even if it's like in being able to use those words that could be an alliteration in them. And which alliteration is also in this, like it's like acrobatic alligators. Like that's very much an alliteration, using the same words over and over again. Or B, busy baby bumblebees in their underwear. Like very much alliteration throughout the last 2 books that I've stated. And lesson ideas for this is, for me, because I've been in a classroom before, is to have like a poster board that has just one letter on it. So you start out with A, so it'll take you 26 days to get through it, or even if you were to do it like 2 or 3 letters a day, like one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in like right before they go. So have a like an uppercase A and a lowercase a, so that they are able to recognize both the uppercase and the lowercase, because sometimes if they just see the lowercase, they don't start to recognize the uppercase, and vice versa. So be able to have that letter in the corner, and then having them give you examples of like those words. So you would go like, I'll give you an example. So A, you would show like that in the corner, and then you would do like apple, and you can even do like a picture. It's not a very good apple, but give them like the word, and or they give you the words, and you can even print out pictures or have something like that available. And you can do that throughout all 3 of the alphabet books, or any alphabet book ever. You can continue to go on, put as many words that start with an A on here, so you can do, I mean, like alligator. You can draw a little alligator, which I'm not going to do because I have no drawing abilities, but that is it. Thank you.